If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the Twin Cities in the next few months, and you're wondering if now is the right time, then this video is for you. Every month, I crunch the data from the previous month's home sales to identify real estate market trends and how those trends impact home buyers and home sellers here in the Twin Cities. First, a quick summary of the big trends. Interest rates are sort of the star, or maybe the villain of this report this month. In October, we saw 30-year home mortgage rates climb over 8% for the first time since August 2000. Fortunately, some positive economic data at the end of the month seems to have had a cooling effect, and this week, mortgage interest rates have fallen back down to the mid-sevens, and some industry experts think that rates may have hit their peak. That would be good news. The Twin Cities housing market continues to feel the effect of those high interest rates, though, and that, coupled with the typical seasonal slowdown we see at this time of year, means it's a quieter market right now. The interesting thing, I think, is that the market over the past few months is looking in many ways like the pre-COVID housing market. So my question is, have we reached the post-COVID market? I'm going to dive deeper into that a little later in this video. Before I do the numbers, I want to note, as I do every month, that the statistics I present here are drawn from the North Star Multiple Listing Service data. And although this is my November housing market report, the stats I'm presenting are for the month of October and cover the 7-county metropolitan area. If you want more specific information about what the market's doing in your city or your neighborhood, just reach out to me. I can put together a customized market report just for you. So I start every month looking at new homes listed for sale, because new home listings to me are one of the best indicators of what's happening in the housing market. In October, the number of new listings in the metro dropped to about 4,246. That's about 550 fewer new listings than in September, but really we kind of expect to see that in the fall. People turn their attention to school and the coming holidays. Compared to last year, the number of new listings was down just 1.3%. When you look at new listings by price, you can see that the biggest drop in new listings is in the under $300,000 category. That may have as much to do with rising home prices as inventory shortages. Compared with October of last year, we can actually see the number of new listings rise in all categories over $300,000. Now let's take a look at the total number of homes for sale. This is where you can kind of see the impact of interest rates. Homes are staying on the market longer. In October, there were 7,050 homes for sale in the metro. That's a slight drop from the previous month, which makes sense as we see the number of new listings shrink. Now, the total number of homes for sale peaked this year in September, which really is pretty much when you see the highest level of inventory each year. The months of supply of homes for sale in October held steady at 2.3 months, indicating this is still a pretty strong seller's market. Months of supply measures the time it would take to sell all the homes currently on the market if no new homes came to market. This is one of those measures that seems to indicate that we're returning to a more normal real estate market, kind of a pre-COVID market. Looking at October month supply data for the past several years, you can see that prior to COVID, the supply of homes for sale in October was always somewhere around 2.4%, and that trend is pretty consistent all the way back through 2016. With the exception, of course, of those 2 hot COVID years. Now, another measure of market activity is how long it takes a home to sell from the time it's listed to when it goes pending. And that means all the contingencies have been dealt with and the sale is essentially cleared to close. In October, the median days to sale was 19. Now, if I look at the 5-year trend though, homes are still selling a little faster than they were at the same time of year in 2018 and 2019. And that's probably due to the big difference in the inventory of sale. There were more than 10,000 homes on the market in October 2018. That's 35% more homes for sale than there were last month. So now let's talk about home prices. In the Twin Cities, the median sale price fell last month from $375K to $365K. Again, that's a pretty typical market trend. What is notable though is that both the median and average sale prices are still rising year over year. And that's not the case everywhere in the country. We have a really strong housing market. So much like last month, the core cities split. The median sale price in Minneapolis held steady from September to October, and in St. Paul we saw the prices drop a little. Not much. Just a quick note here on median versus average sale price. The median sale price means that half the homes sold were above that price and half the homes sold were below. The average sale price is, of course, the average price of all of the homes sold. The average home price in the Twin Cities metro was $441,720 in October, and that's about 3.1% higher than it was last year at this time. Across the metro, sellers are still getting about 100% of their asking price, and that's been pretty consistent all year long. Now, circling back to home mortgage interest rates. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, interest rates crested over 8% for a 30-year conventional mortgage in mid-October. But after both a positive jobs report and positive news on inflation, interest rates dropped significantly in the first week of this month. The rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage was down to 7.41 this morning, and on a 15-year fixed rate, it was down to 6.82. So many economists are suggesting that rates might stabilize for the rest of the year, and that there's hope that they may drop further next year if the economic outlook continues to improve. Even the small drop in November seems to have had a motivating effect on prospective homebuyers, though. The Mortgage Bankers Association reported a 2.5% increase in the number of mortgage loan applications in the first week of November. So you can see interest rates are having a big deal on the buyer side of the market. As always, 1 month doesn't make a trend. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. And remember, every individual situation is different. If you want to know how these market trends might affect your plans to buy or sell a home, or if you want more specific information on market trends in a particular city or neighborhood, or an estimate of your home's value, feel free to call, text, or email me. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.